I am continuing in my reading. What I'm doing in this series is to read through the entire standard works of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. This consists of the Bible, the Book of Mormon, the Doctrine and Covenants, and the Pearl of Great Price. I am continuing reading in a chronological order, according to event, not according to publication or volume, so I'm skipping around a bit as I move along. In continuing in the Doctrine and Covenants, our last readings were the revelations given in December of 1830. Now this was Sidney Rigdon had come out. He is starting to write for Joseph Smith as he translates the Bible. One thing that was made public at this time was the revelations given to Enoch in the Bible. That's an interesting note here. But the last thing we read was God's command to gather at the Ohio, and that will start taking place in the following spring of 1831. But that was the last thing we read. In December of 1830, God commands the people, the saints, to begin to gather at the Ohio. Now, there was another conference scheduled for early January. So remember, it's supposed to be every 3 months, or as the conferences will appoint. So we had one in September. We have then October, November, and December have passed. That's 3 months. So end of September to beginning of January is about 3 months. That's when we schedule our next conference, and that will be taking place on January 2nd. Now, this conference only lasts for 1 day instead of 3, as the first one did. But it is at this conference that we get section 38. Now, the heading to 38 simply states, Revelation given through Joseph Smith the prophet at Fayette, New York, January 2nd, 1831. Recorded in History of the Church, Volume 1, pages 140 to 143. The occasion was a conference of the church. Now, as I said, this conference lasted for 1 day. During the conference, the general business of the church was conducted. Remember, they have to, all the branches where people are being baptized, they got to bring the names to the conference so that they can be regularly recorded. And all the ordinances that are being done are now being assembled into a single church record. And some people are ordained at this time, some people are baptized, but for the most part, they just did the common necessary business of the church. But they also received this Revelation, section 38. So now let us read it, section 38 of the Doctrine and Covenants. Thus saith the Lord your God, even Jesus Christ, the great I am, Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end, the same which looked upon the wide expanse of eternity, and all the seraphic hosts of heaven before the world was made. The same which knoweth all things, for all things are present before mine eyes. I am the same which spake, and the world was made, and all things came by me. I am the same which have taken the Zion of Enoch into mine own bosom. And verily I say, even as many as have believed in my name, for I am Christ, and in mine own name, by the virtue of the blood which I have spilt, have I pleaded before the Father for them. For behold, the residue of the wicked have I kept in chains of darkness until the judgment of the great day, which shall come at the end of the earth. And even so will I cause the wicked to be kept, that will not hear my voice, but harden their hearts. And woe, woe, woe is their doom. But behold, verily, verily, I say unto you, that mine eyes are upon you. I am in your midst, and ye cannot see me. But the day soon cometh, that ye shall see me. And know that I am, for the veil of darkness shall soon be rent, and he that is not purified shall not abide the day. Wherefore gird up your loins, and be prepared. Behold, the kingdom is yours, and the enemy shall not overcome. Verily I say unto you, ye are clean, but not all. And there is none else with whom I am well pleased. For all flesh is corrupted before me, and the powers of darkness prevail upon the earth among the children of men, in the presence of all the hosts of heaven, which causeth silence to reign, and all eternity is pained. And the angels are waiting the great command to reap down the earth, to gather the tares that they may be burned. And behold, the enemy is combined. Let us pause a moment there. So Christ is once again giving us somewhat of a description of himself. He is eternal. All things are present before him. But we also get this, the judgment comes at the end of the world, which is after the millennium. And then we have this, he is with us, but we cannot see him, but we will see him when the veil of darkness is removed. But those who are not purified will not abide the day. This is the second coming. So this is a Christ explaining to us about the last days. He's coming soon. at the end of the world he will judge all people. But I do note, this is very interesting to me, that he talks about the same which have taken the Zion of Enoch into mine own bosom. That is something that would have only been recently revealed in the Joseph Smith translation of the Bible, as they have just now finished the Book of Moses. Or they're getting to the end of the Book of Moses, as we have it in the Pearl of Great Price. So the translation, the idea that the whole city was translated was only recently known to the saints at this time. And he's bringing it up now. The idea of the whole city being translated would have been a fairly new revelation to the saints at this time. So the fact that he mentions it is interesting. But now we pick it up in verse 13. And now I show unto you a mystery, a thing which is had in secret chambers, to bring to pass even your destruction in process of time, and ye knew it not. But now I tell it unto you, and ye are blessed, not because of your iniquity, neither your hearts of unbelief. For verily some of you are guilty before me. But I will be merciful unto your weakness. Therefore be ye strong from henceforth. Fear not, for the kingdom is yours. And for your salvation I give unto you a commandment. For I have heard your prayers, and the poor have complained before me, and the rich have I made, and all flesh is mine. And I am no respecter of persons. And I have made the earth rich, and behold, it is my footstool. Wherefore again I will stand upon it. And I hold forth, and deign to give unto you greater riches, even a land of promise, a land flowing with milk and honey, upon which there shall be no curse when the Lord cometh. And I will give it unto you for the land of your inheritance, if you seek it with all your hearts. And this shall be my covenant with you. Ye shall have it for the land of your inheritance, and for the inheritance of your children forever, while the earth shall stand, and ye shall possess it again in the eternity, no more to pass away. But verily I say unto you, that in time ye shall have no king nor ruler, for I will be your king, and watch over you. Wherefore hear my voice, and follow me, and ye shall be a free people, and ye shall have no laws but my laws when I come. For I am your lawgiver, and what can stay my hand? But verily I say unto you, teach one another according to the office wherewith I have appointed you. And let every man esteem his brother as himself, and practice virtue and holiness before me. And again I say unto you, let every man esteem his brother as himself. For what man among you, having 12 sons, and is no respecter of them, and they serve him obediently, and he saith unto the one, Be thou clothed in robes, and sit thou there, and to another, Be thou clothed in rags, and sit thou there, and looketh upon his sons, and saith, I am just. Behold, this I have given unto you as a parable, and it is even as I am. I say unto you, Be one, and if ye are not one, ye are not mine. And again I say unto you, that the enemy in the secret chambers seeketh your lives. Ye hear of wars in far countries, and ye say that there will soon be great wars in far countries, but ye know not the hearts of men in your own land. This portion is very interesting. We start off with this, I will tell you a mystery, what is in secret chambers, that people are seeking to destroy you. It has that, ends with that same thing. But the rest of it is all, keep the covenants, stay faithful. I have promised you, I have covenanted with you to give you a promised land and greater riches. So stay faithful, endure to the end. Treat each other as brothers. This is an admonition to stay. He's saying, look, there are those who seek your destruction. And if you want to escape that, you need to live a certain way. And he goes through, explains all this. This is what is necessary for you. Because remember, there are those who want to destroy you. I like how that kind of bookends this whole discourse on proper living. I mean, it doesn't go into detail here. It's just keep your covenants. Don't be respecters of person. Treat everybody the same. But one thing to note there is where it says, teach one another according to the office wherewith I have appointed you. In other words, don't claim authority you don't have. The prophet, at this time, Joseph Smith, he can teach everybody. He is over all people, but a local elder, he is called to teach the people in his congregation. In the modern day, the elders' quorum is under the authority of the bishop and the stake president. Don't think that you have the right as an elders' quorum president to teach the stake president, to tell him what he's supposed to be doing. That's not your position. Stay in the office wherewith you are called, but magnify that calling. Now we finish it out, verse 30. I tell you these things because of your prayers. Wherefore treasure up wisdom in your bosoms, lest the wickedness of men reveal these things unto you by their wickedness, in a manner which shall speak in your ears with a voice louder than that which shall shake the earth. But if ye are prepared, ye shall not fear. And that ye might escape the power of the enemy, and be gathered unto me a righteous people, without spot and blameless. Wherefore, for this cause I gave unto you the commandment, that ye should go to the Ohio. And there I will give unto you my law, and there you will be endowed with power from on high. And from thence whosoever I will shall go forth among all nations, and it shall be told them what they shall do. For I have a great work laid up in store, for Israel shall be saved, and I will lead them whithersoever I will, and no power shall stay my hand. And now I give unto the church in these parts a commandment, that certain men among them shall be appointed, and they shall be appointed by the voice of the church, and they shall look to the poor and the needy, and administer to their relief, that they shall not suffer, and send them forth to the place which I have commanded them. And this shall be their work, to govern the affairs of the property of this church. And they that have farms that cannot be sold, let them be left or rented as seemeth them good. See that all things are preserved, and when men are endowed with power from on high and sent forth, all these things shall be gathered unto the bosom of the church. And if ye seek the riches which it is the will of the Father to give unto you, ye shall be the richest of all people, for ye shall have the riches of eternity. And it must needs be that the riches of the earth are mine to give, but beware of pride, lest ye become as the Nephites of old. And again I say unto you, I give unto you a commandment, that every man, both elder, priest, teacher, and also member, go to with his might, with the labor of his hands, to prepare and accomplish the things which I have commanded. And let your preaching be the warning voice, every man to his neighbor, in mildness and in meekness. And go ye out from among the wicked. Save yourselves, be ye clean, that bear the vessels of the Lord. Even so, amen. So here we have the reiterating the command to gather to the Ohio. Why are we gathering to the Ohio? Because there are wicked men who are seeking to destroy the church. And God still has a greater work. So go to the Ohio. When you are gathered there, you can be endowed with power from on high. But you got to get out of the wicked first. This area is getting too wicked. Move to the Ohio. You also know that there's to be people appointed to handle the financial affairs of the members. This isn't just the church, but the members. They're supposed to sell their farms and move to the Ohio. If they can't sell them, they can either rent them or abandon them. It's going to be up to them. But they're to appoint people to oversee this work. Note that God does not tell them who to appoint. He does not say, we're going to appoint this person or this person. No, each individual congregation will choose who they want to be their representative in this way. And that those representatives will then organize and oversee the selling of property and the moving of people from New York out to the Ohio. So God has a work to do, but he's not picky in this instance anyways on who does the work. He's leaving it up to the members to make the decision. God lets us do what we are capable of doing. He only steps in when it is something that we do not understand and are not properly prepared to do ourselves. Well, we're going to leave that here, and we will pick it up in section 39 next, so I will see you there.